Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us, Shannon. I really wanted to hear your story because I think the journey that you've been on and the journey that the brand has been on is so inspiring. And I would just love to hear sort of how you got your start. I know Josh, I don't think has met you
Yeah, I
before,
would love to hear it.
but I would love to hear sort of how you found yourself in the beverage business because everyone I talked to was like, well, here's how I found myself in the beverage business.
Right? Everybody has usually a very interesting story.
Yeah.
So, my career actually started out in marketing and finance in the medical device industry. And then when I got married, I jumped into the role of family and philanthropy, but always had a big focus on nutrition for myself.
Yeah.
And then my husband had the gastric bypass surgery. So, because of that, he really needed to hydrate and have vitamins every day. So, he was drinking Propel at the time, which was fine. But when my son was old enough to open the refrigerator door and grab the Propel because he wanted to be like dad, that really had me concerned. I didn't want to start him off on a lifetime of chemicals and sweeteners. And so I went on a hunt to try and find a healthy, vitamin enhanced and electrolyte based beverage that was 0 calories, 0 sugar. And for me, I preferred the stevia leaf because I knew I could grow it in my backyard. It was like a mint leaf. I understood that. And I'd done the research from having been in the medical device industry and reading reports and assessing, research. So I couldn't find it. And then when the opportunity to invest in Positive Beverage came along, it looked like a great fit. Number one, the name, Positive Beverage, is just an amazing name. And he had a great concept. It was vitamins and electrolytes. And I said, look, to my husband, if we can get him to change the plastic bottle into an aluminum can that's recyclable, and if we can change the sweetener from sucralose to the stevia leaf, this would be an amazing investment. I think it's exactly what myself and all of my girlfriends have been looking for.
Yeah, because you guys
So-
made some changes. The product has always been sort of clean and fresh, and the look's been great. But you definitely was an evolution after you started getting involved.
Yes. So that really took off, and everybody was loving it. And then I kept getting asked over and over, we love this beverage. It's vitamins, it's electrolytes, it's got calcium in it, it's 0 calories and 0 sugar, it's healthy. But when are you going to come out with an energy drink? And so for a couple years, I resisted. And, we were at the go-kart track. My son was racing go-karts. And
He's ready to be a race car driver, isn't he?
He is. He races U.S. Formula 2000.
We had Lewis Hamilton here yesterday. I got a chance to spend 5 minutes with him, and I'm like,
Yes.
this looks like a pretty rad lifestyle.
It's pretty fun. So it was based on his need. And again, I went to the health food stores and tried to find a healthy beverage that was energy-based, that was using green tea, not guarana or taurine. I didn't want crazy, just green tea like they drink at Benihana. And I couldn't find one. So I went back to my business partner and I said, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time for the world to have positive energy. And
Yeah.
so that's really how that got up off the floor. I think the other key point is that, while my husband was involved in the business, COVID hit. We were already on the shelves at Target. We were selling like hotcakes. It was great. But because we were in their new and emerging brand set, when COVID hit, they said we're
Yeah.
removing all of the self-distributing brands. And
Yeah,
so
we're putting up
unfortunately, we
surgical
got-
masks now.
right? So we got cut from Target. So that was a big hit. And then my husband unexpectedly passed away during COVID.
Still so sorry about that.
Thank
He
you.
was such a presence. It was fun. A lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, he was amazing. And
Yeah.
so now it became more of a legacy. They asked me to step in as CEO, and it just see this can in front of me that says positive, and it was like, Shannon, no, this is what you've always wanted, to be in business with, utilizing your MBA degree and getting back into business and being an inspiration. It builds on your philanthropy and focusing on the positive. You've always had a positive attitude. My husband had an amazing positive
Yeah.
attitude. It was like, okay, now we've got the depth to
Yeah.
what this product can be. It's not only about providing positive hydration, positive body, mind, and soul. It's about reigniting that message about a positive mindset
Yeah.
and what that means in life.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Well,
we're all
but-
going to get knocked down.
But it's such an incredible journey too. Like there was sort of a vacuum of leadership, and you stepped into the void and really took control of the thing and put it on a whole different trajectory. And I think that's such a super incredible story. Like there are a lot of women founders, but not a lot of them that have kind of come in and done a sort of a mini turnaround and put the thing on a new track and put your stamp on it and really made it yours.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We just announced our rebrand at Expo West, and that's
So good.
being amazingly received. I also went back to our formulator and said, hey, that erythritol is still bothering me. So can we try pulling that out? And we did, and it tastes even more amazing. So it's just a product I can really feel good about giving to other people and moms and kids, and I can be proud of it on the shelf.
You could tell. I mean, you could tell the emotion and like the connection between that. I always say, like, what goes into the can. Obviously, it needs to be great. Like that's the entry fee. But really, what separates brands and creates that like connection between a customer is the stories, is your leadership, is your ability to like bring that to life. It's great to have all of those like stevia and this, like those are hard lines that people choose, but as more and more people bring up competitors, like they're going to be connected to your story, and the more that you can like voice that, even from the buyers but from the end consumers, like that's what they love. I mean, people are looking for that inspiration, and it's like the name of the product or the brand, like everything connects well with you. So I could see this, why it would take off with you leading it, because like you could just see that emotion. It's not just another product. You're not just selling a commodity. You're selling yourself. You're selling the embodiment of yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, part of the goal of the brand is to empower others, right? And to remind them to be careful about what they're putting in their body, because that makes you feel either good or bad. And then just that mental reminder of what it means to have a positive mindset. And so that's what we do.
Well, the best part for me is, I mean, you're a hugely successful person. You're from a hugely successful family. You could be wearing Prada from head to toe, and you rock the brand, though. I mean, you live the brand. Every time I see you, you're rocking that positive message and sort of living the brand. And I think that's what separates a lot of folks. Like Lance Collins, a good friend of mine. He's probably made $1 billion or a kabillion in beverage. Every time I see him, he's wearing a Recovery 180 shirt, or he's wearing a Zen Water shirt. Same thing with Seth Goldman. Seth Goldman sold a bunch of businesses. He shows up to the podcast, Just Iced Tea t-shirt, had a cooler bag with Just Iced Tea samples, and that's the same vibe I get from you. Like there's a lot of people that like live the brand, are the brand ambassador, and embody the brand's message, and I say kudos to you for that. There aren't enough people that do it.
Thank you. I mean, I love getting my hands dirty, and so it's been everything from stocking shelves at a convenience store to driving the U-Haul truck with the pallet of product up to Fit Expo. I'm enjoying every aspect of it. It is a joy, and I'm grateful to be able to do this. I mean, even in the difficult moments, again, it's I'm getting to learn, I'm getting to be challenged, I'm getting to be stretched, and I'm having fun doing it.
Well, and you were kind of low key about it. You're like, well, then I focused on family and philanthropy, but you're very involved in philanthropy. And even as you're running this business, you're still involved with your philanthropic issues. And one of the things that was great for me, I introduced you to my daughter. She's 17 years old. And you do so much for women right now. Like you're involved in a bunch of different women's panels and things like that, hugely involved with Chapman University. Yes. Talk to us about some of the other things that you're doing.
So yes, I definitely love supporting other women. I've also done a lot of work with Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and now type 1D, because our product is great for that. It doesn't affect blood sugar. So for a lot of young people who can't have soda, Positive Beverage is a great alternative. As far as other female type projects, I mentor a bunch of other women and young people. Girls Inc. is another one that I love to get involved in.
Well, that one sounds great. I was talking to Girl Beer earlier, and I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't sound as positive. Girl Beer, but Girls Inc. is cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. And then again, my involvement up at Chapman has been very rewarding, even though I'm a Trojan MBA, but my family's heavily involved at Chapman University, and so I've gotten involved in the business school over there and love to get involved over at their events.
That's cool. So for the brand, what's next, Shannon? What's the stuff you're excited about for the next 12 months?
Ooh, okay. Well, I love watching the rebrand taking hold and seeing it on the shelves as it's been rolling out.
What's the feedback you're getting from buyers and consumers?
They're loving the clarity of what it is now.
The messaging got better.
Yeah, so the messaging, it used to say Positive Beverage. We changed that to Positive Hydration. So it's very clear that it's vitamins and electrolytes, and it's clean. The Positive Energy, the name wasn't changed on that one, but again, the brand being a lot
energy.
bigger,
yeah.
It just resonates a bit more that it's clean and it's healthy.
As I drink a mouthful of chemicals.
Yeah.
Hey, that
I'm
is a
sorry.
beautiful can.
Someone handed it to me.
Oh, I get it. Hey,
It was
different
free.
occasions. Look, I think that's the beauty of the energy category is that we're seeing a lot of segmentation, but we're seeing actually customization
Yeah.
to customers' needs. And I think there's plenty of room for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else as far as customers? Like, who's driving it? I know you guys were doing a lot of stuff with different local customers. You had some national stuff going on. Where can people find the product?
Mainly Southern California, which is where we are really focusing.
Good for you, though. Like, I tell people all the time, just because you have an opportunity in Oklahoma doesn't mean you
Yeah.
have to take it. Like, find that
One
density.
at a time. Yeah.
Again, we are trying to not only get the brand out there, but we're trying to do it in a responsible way.
Yep.
And we're really trying to focus on profitability. So,
It's hard for small
Capital
brands.
efficiency.
I know. I've got my threshold number in my head, and this meeting has been great because we're definitely making relationships and trying to open doors. So
Well, it's a home game for you, too. It's nice when everyone comes to Southern California. You don't have to go to see everyone.
that's right. That's right.
What's the team look like these days? I know you got my good friend James Harris. What's the rest of the squad look like?
So we are very lean, but
Good
we
for
are
you.
utilizing outside brokers and merchandisers to help us achieve, retailer support.
Mhm.
But we're trying to keep it pretty lean and mean.
Incredible. Well, I wish you nothing but success, Shannon. I'm so excited every time I bump into you at these events. So thank you so much for sitting down with us. You're a breath of fresh air.
Thank you so much. Thanks to you both.